Hi, Eric.
Hi, Cassie. Did you know, and I don't know why this is the case, but I feel like you say hi first almost every single time.
I think because I count us in. And then I think one time I did wait for you to do it and then you didn't. And so now I think I just
Oh, that's true, because that was the one where it was the weird pause, and I was like, wait, were you going to do it? Was I going
yeah,
to do it? And it
but
just
you're
ended up
right
this, like,
because if
awkward.
I always say it, then you're never gonna say it first.
That's true. Yeah, because it's become habit at this point.
So I think that's
And,
probably
like,
why.
well, if I try to say it first, it's going to end up throwing things off, because, like, you're going to say it, we're going to talk at the same time. It's going to end up becoming, like, a thing, I guess. I don't know where I was going with this.
You're just creating problems out of nothing.
Question for you.
Per usual. Okay.
Question for you. Okay. So I had this thought, and then I didn't tell you this thought because obviously I had to ask you later, on here on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
What? So, wait, what?
The way you said that was weird, but I understand what you're saying. You and I were talking earlier, and you didn't ask me earlier because you wanted to ask me on the podcast later. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sure there might be definitions for these, but you know words like gumption or spunk or get up and go or moxie or chutzpah, right? What do you think, because I did not make a decision on myself either, but what do you think those are, and are there differences between exactly what they're measures of?
Yeah, I think so. I think generally if you're going to, wow, I don't know how to put my voice there. If you're going to give it like a broad definition, I would think that you just mean their drive, their personal.
Well, yeah, it's always like, you're a drive,
like
or your initiative. But like, what's the specific differences, right? Because like to me, like moxie is sort of like
more of an attitude.
It's got more energy than gumption does. It's got more attitude.
Yeah, moxie has more attitude. And I would say, to me, if someone has moxie, they're more willing to speak their mind. They're more willing to stand up for something they believe in. You know what I mean? Gumption to me is just more like you have a get up and go type attitude. You are a self-starter.
Okay, then
you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Okay, what's chutzpah? And do you think they're more likely to pick a fight? Because I feel like someone who has chutzpah is more likely to pick a fight.
Gosh, yeah.
Like they have get up and go to the detriment of
a combination.
Thought
do you think it's a combination of the two? And that's why you think they're more likely to pick a fight?
Moxie is like gumption, or not gumption. Moxie is like gumption. Moxie is like get up and go, but take an initiative and speak your mind, but in like a friendly way. I feel like chutzpah is more like you're going to do it to the detriment of anyone else's opinion.
I feel the other way. Yeah.
Really? You think Moxie is more
like Moxie's a little more in your face, personally.
What about like spunk? Is that similar, or is that just like attitude? Like they have attitude?
I feel like spunk is up there with like peppy. It is. It's more of a way you carry yourself, you know? But I don't feel like, does anyone really describe someone having spunk after the age of like 14? Like I don't feel like
probably not. Realistically, that's like, yeah, it's like a teenager thing, early teenager thing. Yeah, when you say someone
has spunk, I picture them to be like 8 or 9 years old, maybe a little older.
It means they have like more attitude and energy and like assertiveness than you would
that's
expect.
What I was like, that's why I was like, kind of like pep kind of came to mind. Like maybe they're not peppy, but they have some spunk, you know? Yeah, well.
Okay, so what are there other words than gumption and moxie and chutzpah?
There other. I'm trying to think if there's.
They have the jeu de
Well, yeah, because I was like, obviously, there's all the words we were using to describe, like drive and self-starter and all that. But those are boring. Those are boring words.
I'm looking for like the fun ones. Yeah.
Interesting words, you know, that maybe only your grandma says to you.
Only your grandma. I mean, what words did your grandma use?
I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to make a joke there. My grandma would be like, annoying. She was like, you guys are obnoxious.
I was literally trying to search up like Google more words, and then I had this moment of how does one spell chutzpah?
I don't know.
It's apparently spelled. It's either spelled Hutzpah or
Yeah.
Chutspah.
I'm getting the Hutzpah. That's what I'm getting.
Gall,
Oh.
nerve,
Yeah, but nerve is kind of boring too.
audacity.
Audacity.
That's true. Temerity.
Temerity?
It's excessive confidence or boldness. Temerity. I wonder if it had something to do with like the word tenacious, like if they have similar roots.
I mean,
Pluck. Pluck is a good
pluck
one.
is a good one. But again, I feel like it's just not one that people use much.
What about metal? But not metal. It's not apparently. I didn't actually realize this till just now. Metal. When they say like test of your metal, it's not spelled like the material. If you want to go parody, you can say savvy.
Yeah.
Someone who's particularly savvy.
Temerity. It comes from the Latin word temer, which means rashly.
Temerity. So that would actually mean with less thought.
Well, I think that's where the audacity.
Although it does say
Yeah, I was
excessive
gonna say
confidence.
there's
Or audacity, yeah.
came in.
Temerity. Temerity is a good word. I like temerity.
I like it.
It's like an overconfidence to an extent, right? Like it's that person's got a little bit of temerity or too much temerity going on there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
wouldn't that
I
be
think,
what you'd
I
say?
think, I, yeah. I think that's what should be it. A little too much temerity.
Now I will say none of them are quite as much fun as chutzpah, but that's because chutzpah is fun to say. Because if you do it correctly, you got to
Yeah.
do like the throaty kind of phlegm sound and be like chutzpah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though how like some of these, like we were saying, some of these can be very similar, but you like you're saying you would use in very different situations depending on what you're trying to convey, you know?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, well, they technically mean the same thing. They add like a different flavor to the word or to the context.
I just
If
yeah,
that makes
I was
sense.
just looking up there's apparently a British slang. You could say bottle, which refers to courage, nerve, or bravery. So if someone's having a lot of bottle, it
Would
means
that be like they have bottle
yeah,
or they
this kind of
are
makes sense to me
bottle?
because if you said they have a lot of bottle, right? Like they're being really brave. While losing your bottle means you're chickening out. But that makes sense because
Wait,
if
wait,
you like
wait.
to drink, if you've had a lot, then
I
it's
was gonna
like,
say,
oh,
is that tied to drinking?
I can't,
So they're brave
can't,
only if you're
I can't
wasted?
imagine it's not, right? There's no way. There's no way that it doesn't. I mean, there's no way. It has to.
Bottled. It
It
has to be
has to be
tied to
tied to
like
drinking.
the lack of logic. What's the word I'm looking for? Inhibition.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you're not going to necessarily get scared by something as much. You're inherently more brave because you're not thinking
Yeah,
about it as much.
well, yeah, you're so brave that you don't even think about the danger you're putting yourself in or the consequences or whatever. Like you're just doing it.
They lost their bottle, or they got a lot of bottle. Huh. Do you think that's one of those? Okay, because I find this interesting. Do you think that's one of those slang terms that like the internet says, "Oh, this is slang for whatever. It's British slang," and then you go to like England and like British people, and those people are like, "Yeah, I've never heard that word in my life."
Maybe I will say I listen to, and I've told you about the podcast I listen to sometimes, but there's a British guy on there, and I will say some of the words he throws out that's like British slang, wild. So part of me is like, I completely believe it. And then part of me is like, I don't believe it because it's actually not weird enough, you know?
So what you're saying is we need a game. We need to find a game of real or fake British slang
Yes.
and see if we can guess.
But the problem is we'd have to have a third party pick out the slang.
Or see if I can find one
Okay.
online.
Well, I just meant if we wanted to play against each other.
Haha. Are these British words made
Oh,
up or
okay.
real? A 2019 BuzzFeed quiz.
Oh, BuzzFeed.
Or I can do a 2025. There is a 2025 British slang phrases actually mean.
Okay. Do either. I imagine they probably haven't changed that much, right?
Okay. Doing my head in.
Doing my head in.
Does it mean to give someone a headache, to style someone's hair, to frustrate someone beyond belief, or to massage your head?
To frustrate. Yeah.
Frustrate. I feel like
I
it's
feel like
frustrate.
I feel
We
like
were
they
right.
say that
Yeah,
on
we're
Dairy Girls. I feel like the mom says that.
And then, ready for this? Oh, I wish she'd stop talking. She's doing my head in.
Really good. Bravo.
Bravo. Spenny. The word spenny.
Spenny?
Is it someone who saved a lot of money, a cheap knockoff product, someone who prefers spending time alone, or something that's expensive?
I think it's something that's expensive. Ah, that's a spenny.
It's definitely money
Yeah, I
related.
feel like, oh, that's a spenny. Like, oh, you really put out on
It's
that
either
one.
someone who
like,
saved a lot or the expensive. I bet it's
Yeah.
expensive. I bet you're right. Nailed it.
Yeah.
That restaurant is a bit spenny, but the food is amazing.
I like that though. Like, especially if you saw
Spenny
someone
is
with
good,
something
yeah.
really nice. Like, a bit of a spenny.
You're
but
like,
I like it.
oh, I wonder if it comes from like that cost a pretty
Yeah,
penny or something.
that's what I was saying. You spent a lot on it.
That kind of phrase
You've
or
been
similar.
spending,
Yeah.
You know.
You spenny a lot of money on it.
I was just thinking with that about I would just love to start saying that, especially when something looks really expensive, you know.
Peng.
Peng?
Yeah, like Peng.
Oh,
Peng.
okay.
Very attractive and good looking. Someone who feels cold all the time, lazy and unmotivated, or a traditional English soup.
I'm gonna go with soup.
Really? I feel like it's. Hold on, they're being a bit Peng. Or they look a bit Peng. I don't think it's attractive. It's a good Peng. I feel like it's. I don't think it's soup. I think it's lazy
Okay,
and unmotivated.
like
It's attractive and good looking.
Wow.
She looked Peng in that dress. Absolutely stunning.
Huh.
Why Peng? Where's that come from?
Interesting.
It's primarily used in multicultural London English. Attractive or beautiful. But where does it come from? Believed to have roots in Jamaican patois, with potential early connections to describing high-quality cannabis, which evolved to mean something excellent.
All right. I guess that makes sense.
Sometimes put with the word ting because of its potential Jamaican origin to be like penting. Be like, that they look in penting. Huh, okay. The bee's knees.
I think we know the bee's knees.
I think everyone knows the bee's knees. Something or someone considered excellent. Should I tell you what the other options were, though? A product of less than ideal quality.
The bee's knees.
I love the implication there that implies that bees' knees are just less than ideal quality. They're like, well, it could be good, but it's
it kind of goes with that
knees,
joke where some people are like, "Do bees have knees?" You know what I mean? So then it's like,
exactly.
Wow.
Or it's a small village in the countryside. It's like, yeah, it's like the boonies, the boondocks are being from like the middle of nowhere. It's like, I'm from the bee's knees.
There was another phrase I was going to say, but
or a reference to someone with severe knee pain.
Like stinging, like bee stings in your knee. Yeah, okay. But we know what it means, so.
Nutter.
Nutter? Yeah, I think we know that one too.
The real question is it a wacky person or someone who is acting silly or crazy?
I think it's someone who's acting silly or crazy.
Because those are, okay, yes, you were correct. Because those are similar, but it is silly or crazy.
I feel like because...
Knackered. I know knackered.
I feel like I hear people say more like, oh, they're being a nutter, you know?
I like this one, though. I like this definition better. So knackered obviously means extremely tired, right? But one of the options in here is someone with broken bones.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I kind of like that. It's like, yeah, he had an accident. He was completely knackered.
If you ever get in a horrific accident and you're in one of those full body casts, I'm going to be like, oh, you're knackered.
I was waiting for you to be like, if you ever get hurt or get in a hurt,
is
what it sounded like you were going to say. If you ever get in a hurt.
Yeah.
But okay, so I feel like though, get in a hurt would imply that you're hurting, like you're beating up someone else, because it's always like I'm going to put the hurt on them as like a phrase for like beating someone up.
Yeah, that's true. Get in a hurt.
So I feel like get in the hurt. Yeah. I feel like get in the hurt is almost like you're going to start get in the mix, throw in the fight, or jump in the fight if nothing else.
You're going to tango.
We're going to tango? Okay, I'm going to skip the ones that we already know.
We should just...
Donkey's ears?
Donkey's ears. Oh. Years.
Years like time.
Okay.
Is it a brief moment? Is it between the ages of 10 and 20? Is it a very long time? Or is it just mean since last summer?
Man, I'm between the 20 and last summer.
I kind of love the
I'm
between
gonna
10
go
and
with
20. I
between.
think
I'm
that
gonna
would be
go
hilarious
between
if
10
that's
and
true.
20.
Ah, it just means a very
Uh,
long time.
well, in fairness,
I want it to mean between the ages of
if
10
you
and
think
20
about
because I
your
love the idea of
life,
someone in that age to be like, hey,
if you
you're in
think
your
about your
donkey
life when
years.
you were between 10 and 20, that felt like a really long time.
It felt like being
Only
a
being a
donkey.
donkey. Yeah, a little bit. Do some real stupid things. Minging.
Minging?
Oh, I know
Minging.
that one.
I don't. Disgusting or stinky, fashionable or trendy, fancy or luxurious, or tacky
It's
or tasteless.
the first one. What was it? Stinky. Minging.
Minging?
Ming. Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Take the Mickey. I know where take the Mickey means. Do you know what take
I
the
don't
Mickey
think
means?
I do. Maybe if you give me the
Oh, you
definitions, but
don't?
no, off the top of my head, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Borrow something, tease or mock
Okay.
someone, to throw up, or to drink too much alcohol.
Feel like it's. I want to go with the drink too much alcohol, but then I also feel like it might be to tease and
Er,
mock. I'm gonna go with alcohol.
you're wrong. It's the tease and
Dang.
mock. So I've also heard take the mick,
Yeah.
where they take the E off. So it's like if someone's teasing them, they're like, you're taking the
Yeah,
mick,
that's
or something like
funny.
that. And it's like, you're messing with me kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Do you know what tosh means?
No, I don't think I do off the top of my head.
Okay, it either means rubbish, a clumsy person, a rare British coin, or harsh.
I hope it means what was it? Rubbish person? Was that one of the options? Rubbish.
No, just rubbish.
Clumsy
Or clumsy
person. I
person.
was a clumsy person.
It's rubbish.
I was just.
I actually knew
I
Tosh,
didn't know
though.
Tosh. That's really funny. I didn't know that one. And then all I could think of was Tosh
I feel
point
like I
oh.
knew.
That's all I could think of.
I feel like I actually knew more of those than you did, which is
Yeah,
wild.
you did. I mean, like they're all the ones that like everybody knows. But yeah, there were I would say a few more that you knew than me.
I evidently just watch more British
Which is
TV than you.
crazy because I do watch quite a bit of British TV.
Yeah, but I watch a lot of, like, I don't know what you watch. You watch probably scripted, like, story stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch, like, British panel shows and comedy shows that are a lot less scripted and more candid, which means they're going to use more of that
I
slang.
think there's just podcasts I listen to that he's, and even then it's like he's speaking to non-British people, so then it's like obviously he's not going to use the same kind of slang, you know what I mean, as when you're talking to someone from your culture kind of thing.
Well, and I watch like British panel shows where they're mostly, I mean, yeah, they're air them internationally, but there's still a level of like it's mostly for them. So and they're talking to more people like them, so they use more of those like slang.
What was that word we were just talking about? Temerity. All right.
You got to remember it because it's a good word.
Yeah, and I feel like you have a lot of audacity, so.
Wow.
I just feel like the way you were just really. Oh, I want a lot of. What? Oh, I want.
Oh, I water.
That's what you sound like to me.
Water.
But you're
Water.
like,
What is happening
I
right
watch
now?
a lot of British television. I watch British panels. I know British thing. You know what I mean? It was just.
I mean, it's nonsense comedy, but sure.
Coming to my mind.
It's not like it's actually better. It's nonsense comedy. It's not like it's like highbrow
No, it was
content.
just more the. I was just teasing. It was just more that they're like, aha, I do watch more than you. I know more than you.
Besides,
water.
Is that just like the British thing now? Is the water. Water. Okay, we need to move on.
I'm gonna put that as our title.
Hey, Cassie, first piece of merch. I just want a t-shirt that goes water with like some sort of stereotypically British looking something.
Yeah, I think we should definitely make these. Oh, that's so funny.
You know what, though? Okay, so not to try to turn it into a sentence, but if you said, I don't want a bottle of water, and you do a very bad British accent, it does kind of sound like auto water, bottle water.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We have to move on. We have to move on. We have to move on.
Move on to what? What do you want to move on to?
I don't know.
This is right back around to Pan's corn path. Okay, moving on.
Okay. Question. You know how, well, two things. One, if you didn't know this, I've heard supposedly Egyptians, right? Egyptians, ancient Egyptians, sun, pyramids, sand, plagues. Um, so, you know how they always depict the Egyptian pantheon of gods as like animal heads and then human bodies, right? Well, I heard that supposedly in Egyptian mythology, they actually never were that like appearance. They were never at the human with the animal head. That wasn't a thing that actually happened. The reason they were depicted that way was because supposedly the gods could change form between human and animal, and the animal head was depicting what animal they could change into.
That makes sense.
All that to say, if you had to have an animal head a la Allah's Muslim. No, if you had to have an animal head in the vein of Egyptians, like Egyptian pantheon, what animal head would you want?
Well, it seems obvious, but I'd be a raccoon. A centipede for you? Well,
no, for
why
you,
would I be a
because it was
centipede?
obvious, right?
Well, just a centipede head. That's extra weird. I don't think I've ever looked at just a centipede's like head before.
What is a centipede's head like? Is it because I thought it was all body? It's all torso.
Well, that's
with
what
a bunch
I'm
of
asking.
legs.
So are you saying it's a centipede on top
It's like
of
centipede? Okay, centipedes are if you took SpongeBob and you chopped off his legs and then just stacked a bunch of those, but removed the face from all the like middle sections except the end. That's what a centipede looks like. It's all body with
like they kind of
legs.
have a little like different shape at the top. Yeah, and they have jaws and antenna.
I love how you completely glossed over my horrifying SpongeBob
I don't
analogy.
like SpongeBob anyway, so I'm gonna
Neither do I, but that's
I'm gonna
still
send you
creepy.
a picture of a centipede head. Oh, wait, am I
don't know if I
gonna look
wanna
like?
see
You
a
know what this is
centipede
gonna look like? I know what this is gonna look like. I'm gonna send you.
Hey Cassie, I know his name. Oda Wodda Wodda Wodda.
No, I'm gonna I'm gonna send you a picture of who it's gonna look like. It's Zorak. That's what I'm gonna look like.
Zorak?
Yeah, here, I'm sending you a picture.
Who's Zorak?
So this is what I'm gonna look like. I'm gonna look like Zorak from Space Ghost.
I don't know any of these words you are saying to me right now.
Oh my gosh. Space Ghost? It's a cartoon. I don't remember for when. I don't know. Let's see. Space Ghost. So anyway,
yeah,
Space Ghost
kinda.
was an old cartoon, but more importantly, Space Ghost at some point had a cartoon talk show called Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And it was just this character Space Ghost hosting a late night talk show, except the other characters from his cartoon show, the enemies typically, were like part of his crew and stuff. But anyway, Zorak is what I'm going to end up looking like, sort of.
Okay, yeah,
With, like,
fair. I
humanoid
will say,
bug
centipede
creature.
head, disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting.
It's gross. You would look like Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you see it?
See, I think...
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's I can see it.
Yeah.
I think I would pick something like... I don't know why the very first thing that popped in my head was a chinchilla. I don't think I'd want a chinchilla head.
Chinchillas are cute, so no. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, I don't think I want a chinchilla head.
You're not going to pick a badger? I thought
I could pick a badger. I feel like a badger would fit.
Yeah.
Badger.
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 Waddle.
Oda Wodda Wodda. You know what? I could picture a badger saying that.
Yeah.
You put him a little top hat and a monocle and him going, Oda Wodda Wodda.
Yeah, I think a badger. I would pick a raccoon. I think a raccoon would work for me.
Yeah, but we already talked about this because we've already talked about like
Yeah,
animals.
but we didn't talk about it in this section. I just think like
That's
if
true.
I'm going to switch between a humanoid type creature to an animal type creature, I would want to go to a raccoon because you still got your hands, you know? You're good. You're small. You're rabid. You know?
Rabid. I mean, you're rabid anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, it fits me. It's perfect. I think this works out.
See, the problem
perfect.
is, I think a badger is accurate to my personality. I don't think that a badger is what I would pick. Actually, I know a badger is not what I would pick
What
if
would
I was
you-
just picking like a cool animal.
What would you pick for a cool animal?
I mean, so if you got to take into account like the practicality, right? Like if you're thinking about it from like a what would be the most useful to be able to turn into, my gut reaction would be some sort of bird, just so you have wings. Some sort of bird, and specifically some sort of bird that like is capable. I mean, I know a lot of birds can, but like is capable of flying for long distances by itself and flying fast. So for travel purposes, you could just fly.
I think I'd want to be an owl.
What kind of owl?
That's what I was just trying to figure out because I'm like, I kind of like the ones with the little eyebrows. I don't know owls, so I apologize to people who are big into owls. I do like the ones that are just like real fluffy, though.
Okay. Here's some owls. A tawny owl is cool. I feel like you could be a tawny owl. I will say there apparently are such a thing as barn owls, and barn owls are not
Yeah.
technically owls in the same sense.
A tawny owl. And you know what's interesting? I was just thinking, I don't really like the yellow eyes of a lot of owls, but they just have black soulless eyes.
Yeah, which seems like it fits perfectly for you, right?
Perfect. I think I'd be a tawny owl. Yeah. They're real cute.
And specifically the ones that have more of the orange color in them.
Yeah, that's the perfect one.
Yeah, it's a good owl.
It's a good owl.
It's a
Okay.
good owl.
So I'm gonna be a tawny owl. What are you gonna be? You said a bird, maybe.
I am going to pick, if I'm going to pick a bird, I mean, some sort of hawk would be cool. Like a red-tailed hawk would be cool.
Do you want to be a tawny frogmouth bird?
What is that?
Also, I guess now's a great time to mention that, again, if you're new here, we post all the pictures of things we talk about at YouTube, Not Really Friends Podcast, and on Instagram, Not Really Friends.pod.
Ooh, wait a minute. Did you know that a magpie is a type of corvid?
What's a corvid?
It's the same family of species that like crows come from.
Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but I did not
Ooh,
know.
that one's cool.
I didn't know they had their own name. I'm not really super into birds, to be fair, though.
You're not a bird person?
I think they're cute, but I'm also just kind of like, oh, it's a bird. How cute. And then I move on with my life.
Okay, I think I'll be that. That's a cool looking bird. I don't know if they're any good, but like, what's the stats? What's the stats on this bird?
Constitution save.
Yeah, what's the constitution save on this type of raven? I'm gonna pick a raven. What was that? What was the sigh?
I don't know. I had nothing more to add to this. Okay. So,
Oh, it's not a raven. It's a crow. It's called a pied crow.
pied crow or pie crow?
Pied.
So, anyway, backtracking. So we got caught on this.
Anyway, back.
So you're saying
Wait, what is the
that's
owl
the
you just sent?
tawny frogmouth bird.
What is
I don't
that?
know how else to explain it. It looks like an owl, but it has the beak of a emu.
Diseased llama. I don't know.
That's not even close. It sort of looks like
It's weird looking.
I feel
It's a
like
weird
it
looking
sort of
bird.
looks like a very tiny emu. Like if an emu never grew up, like it never elongated. You know what I mean? Like it just stayed like tiny.
Here we go. Weirdest birds. I want to find some of the
Okay,
weirdest
but
birds.
so you're saying that these depictions of the gods is just because that god would transform into that animal most often?
Yeah, supposedly that's the mythology. I don't actually know if that's
Oh,
true,
that's
but that's what I
interesting.
heard.
All right.
These are not weird looking birds.
Then there's a weird looking bird.
I want weird. I guess I should specify weird looking birds.
Unique looking birds.
Weird looking birds. A secretary bird? That's kind of cool. Oh well, I'll send it to you and then
Okay.
you describe it. Secretary bird. Okay, here you go.
Oh my gosh, secretary birds. Wow. Where to even start with this? Okay.
Isn't
Okay.
that sick
We're
though?
gonna
It's kind of
start.
cool.
Wow. Okay. So we'll start with the legs.
This is why I made
Start
you
with the
describe
legs.
it.
Okay. So it's like an emu or an ostrich. It has very long legs until you get to the body. Except these legs are like the epitome of chicken legs, right? Like when you're like see somebody who works out and you're like, they skip leg day, that's what I'm looking at here. But it's interesting because so it looks like it's like a normal bird leg up until about like midway up, and then is that like black feathers? What's going on here?
I would say about the
Yeah,
knee.
midway
Yeah,
up.
about the knee.
The knee. It's like black until the high thigh, from the knee to the high thigh. So maybe like when you used to wear like bike shorts, you know what I mean? That's it. It looks like bike
Yeah, it
shorts.
kinda looks like bikey
the birds
shorts.
wear bike shorts because then it turns white, and that has this really long neck, and then at the top of the neck, tiny little bird head, beautiful orange and yellow around the eyes and the beak, beautiful. Just
Yeah, did good
like
makeup.
if I could get like if I was going to a masquerade ball, I would want this to be my mask. So pretty. And then it has
Including the
it has
fronds on the
these
back.
black feathers behind it, making it almost like a sun crown. It's amazing. That's a beautiful bird.
It's a cool
The
bird.
biker shorts are probably my favorite part. If I was gonna play this bird for Halloween, if I was gonna be this bird for Halloween, I would wear black biker shorts.
I mean, you've got the legs for it.
Okay, so I'd wear black biker shorts with an oversized white T-shirt, and then I would get like I said, I would do orange and yellow like eye face makeup, and then I would get black feathers to make like a brown. I think
Would you paint your nose white to get the beak?
I
Because the
think it
beak
would be
coming out is
part of
white.
the makeup effect. Yeah, I think it would be like orange around the eyes, and then it'll fade into yellow as you get closer to my mouth and nose, and then I would probably just do like white to kind of make the beak.
Now I kind of want to have like a costume party that's the impressions of bird.
Oh,
It's like it's not a bird costume, it's a vibes of the bird. So like the goal is to be able to have people look at you and be like, yeah, that feels like a bird, even
yeah,
if
even
like
if
they don't know what bird.
Ooh, I'm thinking maybe this is my next birthday party theme. You can only come if you dress like a bird.
Not
No,
like
not a
not
bird
bird
costume. I
costume,
need you
but bird
to.
feel. Yeah.
I need you to embody what this bird is.
Somewhere between the two. It's like somewhere between bird costume and just
Yes.
like regular cosplay or something.
Ooh, maybe that's how I should dye my hair. The orange to the yellow to the white.
That actually be really cool.
Never had
Orange,
orange
yellow,
hair
to white.
really, so that could be interesting.
You never done orange?
I did like an orange type color when I did that rainbow like peekaboo hair thing, but I've never done just orange like as a solid color.
Although if you're doing the bird, you really should have your hair actually go white to black and then have the makeup on the
No,
face.
I was
be
just
like
feeling
orange and
inspired
yellows
by this
and
bird's
whites.
face that I was like, now I think maybe that's how I should dye my hair.
It would be cool. It'd be fun because you haven't done that. The orange to
Yeah.
yellow to white. Would you do orange at the roots or white at the roots?
I think the
orange,
white should be
the
the
ends,
tips.
not
Yeah,
the
it should go
roots.
orange at the roots to
Yeah.
yellow to white.
In fact, you don't even need to dye the part because you already
That's
have
true.
white.
The
Right
ends
now.
are already fairly washed out, so it'll be fine.
Although you would probably still want to add a little bit extra
I-
like platinum white.
I
try to
can't
whiten
get
it
over
up
how
more,
this bird
but-
looks like it's wearing bike shorts.
Ever since you realized that's what it looks like, you're like, yeah, this bird's just got
Just
biker
looking
shorts.
at other pictures of this bird, just going, yeah, it's just in biker shorts. That's
You know something I just realized? There is an animated character from a Disney Channel
Mm-hmm.
show called Principal Secretary. He straight up is one
that
of these
makes sense
birds.
because it's a secretary bird.
He's a hyper simplified version, but I never thought to think about what kind of bird he was. Huh. I mean, it's a bird that looks like it's got some moxie,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
That bird definitely has some moxie.
Not gumption or chutzpah,
Moxie.
moxie, because it's got some attitude.
So that's funny.
It honestly looks like a bird that would be kind of mean. I don't know why.
No, I think the bird seems really nice, but she definitely talks about you when you leave the room.
And how would that sound?
How would that sound? Yeah, what is her voice?
Wada, 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 wada.
Or she
You're
could
like,
be like,
just end
she
the
could have
list.
one of those like very like goddessy kind of voice, not goddess kind of voices, like high voices, you know? It's very wispy. Yeah,
Ethereal.
that's how she could sound.
A cereal quality? How do you add a cereal
Well,
quality to your
cereal,
voice?
well, it's sort of gravelly, but
Do you try to emulate the sound of Rice Krispies and milk?
little snap crackle pop.
Just snap, crackle, pop. You're just like... Except it's not really that much. It's more like a
Yeah. Although, it
kind of...
it is weird. How often do you think people make foods and then just listen to it? You know what I mean?
That's the
Yeah,
Rice
it's
Krispie
just-
sound.
It does snap, crackle, and pop. It's just like, it's weird to me though that how many people just sit and listen to their food.
I mean, you don't actively listen to your food, but supposedly food sounds play a role in the, like, not necessarily as much, but to the same way that, like, that smell affects food, sound is supposed to affect
yeah.
food too. Like the way that you perceive it when you're eating it.
Well, yeah, because there's some foods, if it's crunchy, you're like, this shouldn't be crunchy. I don't enjoy this.
But if it's supposed to be crunchy, the sound of the crunchiness can actually make people enjoy it more. So if you're eating, like, say, ice cream and you're biting into it and it crunches, it's better.
It's better? Huh.
Yeah.
I
You don't
think
like
it
crunchy
depends
ice
on the
cream?
ice cream. If I just have a,
You don't like ice cream that's been dipped in liquid nitrogen, so it's like
I was like,
it's like chalk.
if it's one
not
of those,
quite
like,
freeze dried, but almost freeze dried.
French ice cream. What are those ice cream cones? What are those? Aren't those crunch ice cream
Choco
cones?
tacos?
No, it's like a cone. And it has the chocolate. What are those called?
Drumsticks?
Yeah, like a drumstick, but I thought they were.
Drumsticks aren't crunchy.
Is the top not crunchy?
I mean, the chocolate around the outside is, but the ice cream is not crunchy.
So you agree, chunky. Why am I saying chunky? Crunchy ice cream would be weird.
I mean, okay, so I disagree because I think crunchy ice cream would be good. I think it'd be good because if you could somehow, because you know, like astronaut ice cream, quote unquote, which is just freeze dried ice cream, right? Has like a chalky kind of melt in your mouth kind of like texture that's good, right? It's kind of fun, but like it's a novelty. It's not great. It's just good. And ice cream, a little too creamy. I've been saying this for years. Ice cream, too creamy. No one wants that creaminess. So, too wet. So, no, I'm kidding. But if you could somehow hybridize those things. So imagine this. Picture this, okay? Hot day. You want a dessert, a nice cold dessert. You go into your freezer. You pull out a thing. It's in a package because it's going to be easier to eat this way. You unwrap it. You grab the thing. It's kind of like the shape of like an ice cream bar or something. You bite into it, but it crunches. It's like you're biting a slice of perfectly toasted bread where it like has a crunch and some chew to it. And every time you bite, it's like crunch, 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 but it's got like and then your flavor, like it starts to melt in your mouth and you get like the ice creaminess, right? Like imagine chewing on croutons, but it's ice cream.
I have just so many comments. First of all, I love the comment that you've been saying so long that ice cream is too creamy. Only because I just gave you ice cream and you loved it. So it's funny to me.
You know the biggest problem with it though? It wasn't crunchy enough and it was too creamy.
It was too creamy. That's why I had to get rid of it. Second of all, ew. I don't want crunchy ice cream. I'm good.
You don't like the idea of crunchy ice cream?
The closest I want to get to crunch and ice cream is Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots isn't crunchy.
Exactly. That's my point.
You know Dippin' Dots has the texture of...
What?
I've always thought this. What? You know the styrofoam that is made out of little tiny dots?
Yep. The crunchy
That's
styrofoam?
Dippin' Dots. It's not crunchy. You know what? If you took Dippin' Dots and you somehow flash froze them like liquid nitrogen or something to the point that they had the crunch of like sprinkles, that could be delicious. Because you're just eating like a mouthful of ice cream sprinkles.
Ice cream sprinkles. I don't know. That sounds silly. I don't even know last time I had Dippin' Dots. It's been
I don't know. I think I've had Dippin' Dots once, maybe.
I love Dippin' Dots. I just can't think of the last time I had them. It was
talk about like a 2000s thing, though.
I know they have them at I think it's the Circle K near me.
I mean, seen them at a lot of gas stations. A lot of places have them. It's just I don't buy Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, I don't really buy Dippin' Dots anymore, but also, I just don't think I really go anywhere that has Dippin' Dots because, like, I don't go to that gas station.
To be fair to you, I don't think are Dippin' Dots. I doubt they're vegan, right?
The fruit flavor ice Dippin' Dots are dairy free.
You can get vegan Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, so it looks like you just kind of have to get like,
this kind of looks like
you just have to get the if you get any of the fruit flavored ones.
Hey, Cassie, for only $75, you can buy how big is this bulk bag? You can buy a bulk bag of fruit-flavored Dippin' Dots directly from their website.
Okay. No.
30 servings. It is 30 servings. This is 30 servings. A serving is 2/3 of a cup. So
it's just if I'm going to order food like that off the internet, I'm going to get those hot fries.
This is 20 cups. 20 cups of Dippin' Dots, though.
I don't need 20 cups of Dippin' Dots. What I want are hot fries.
Why not?
Because you cannot be serious. If I was
There's banana split ice cream
Eric,
Dippin' Dots?
We're going to go in on Dippin' Dots or we're going to go in on hot fries. You're going to pick hot fries.
Cookie Monster ice cream? Well, where do you even buy those? Dr. Pepper flavored Galaxy Pop ice cream?
You're just saying a lot of things.
That's because I'm looking at the Dippin' Dots flavors. What are those hot fries?
The hot fries, the Spudsy sweet potato hot fries.
No, I know that. But what's the brand?
Spudsy.
Oh, Spuds. It's literally Spudsy, okay? I thought, not gonna lie, you said Spudsy, and I thought you were using that as just a funny way to describe potatoes.
Spudsy.
You're like, yeah, they're made out of this. There's kind of spudsy. It's like, you mean potato?
Do we want to buy a case of 12 for $65?
That does not seem worth it.
Does not seem worth it.
12 for 65? What is that? What does that come out to?
I don't know, math that. Well, and that's not even including
$5.
That's not.
Although actually, $5.40. That's not counting shipping. That's actually around the same as yeah. Like, I mean, I personally think $5, $5.50 for a bag of chips is ridiculous, but that's the world we live in now.
Well, it is. Yeah, but I think you're right. I think it'd be really hard to get. Well, especially because we're special ordering them, so I think it'd be really hard to get them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're so good.
I will say, if you want the best thing ever in the world, or if I was going to buy something, not the best thing ever in the world, but if I was going to buy something that you get at like somewhere else and I'm just going to buy it in bulk, I'm going to buy the taquitos, or I think they call them tornadoes, but the taquitos that 7-Eleven uses.
That's what you would pick.
They are the single best ones. They're so good.
I think it was interesting because like right before we started recording, you were talking about how you had to put like an order in for whatever. I didn't ask what you're buying. And I was saying I was really weird because I just don't order that much stuff online. So it's just like, I want these hot fries and I've wanted them for a year now and I still haven't ordered them. So I'm just like, we're never getting
Here we
these hot
go.
fries.
They're from Rui's Foods and they're tornadoes. You really should order them. Honestly, it seems like a lot of money, but it's around the same price as a normal bag of chips. So if you bought them and just saved them for like the special occasions or something.
That's my thing though, is I'm like, I'm never gonna order these hot fries. I want them. I want them a lot. They're amazing hot fries. Highly recommend. So if other people out there, you want a good hot fry, Budsy's sweet potato hot fries, amazing. If you buy them, I'll buy one from you.
You want someone that's listening to buy them and then you could buy one from them.
Yeah. We're like, I'll buy some from you, but I don't want to order them.
Loaded bacon and cheddar potato skin tornadoes? How do I buy these from them? Find a distributor. Don't mind me. I'm just seeing if I can buy these 7-Eleven things while we're talking. 24. So $40 for 24 taquitos. That's insane, dude.
I think you just figure out how to make your own.
Yeah, I might have to. They're single, so they're like the best taquitos. I mean, they call them tornadoes, but they're just big taquitos. But they're the best taquitos I've ever had. They're so good. And it's not just me. Like, I'm not just saying that from like with no basis, right? Like, we know somebody whose parents owned a Mexican restaurant, and even he said that the ones at 7-Eleven were better than the ones his parents could make.
Well, maybe his parents just weren't that good.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Because you never ate at his parents' restaurant. Do they still own the restaurant?
No, they sold it or closed
okay.
it, I think. And as far as I knew, they only had it for like from when we met him to when the restaurant was closed. I think it was less than a year, so there wasn't a lot of time. And not because it wasn't good food, it was because they were retiring. In case anyone's like curious, they didn't close it because they like weren't making enough money.
Even though that's what I was strongly
retiring.
hinting at, but that's not what happened.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is that's what it sounded like. So I had to clarify that's not the case. They just were retiring. Anyway, what were you talking about? I wasn't listening.
I don't know. I was talking about the hot fries for a little bit, and then we moved on.
I do think you should buy the hot fries. Realistically, so for anyone that wants to know what these are, they are like what? Like spicy, but they're like sweet potato fries?
Yeah, there's sweet potato, like those veggie fries that you can buy. It's sort of that texture.
They're like,
you know
they're more like a chip. They're like the straw, like veggie straws that are like,
the veggie straws. Shape. It's like those, and then it just has some kind of spicy seasoning on it. So they're just, but yeah, it's made of sweet potato with a spicy seasoning, and they're amazing.
They are really good.
And they used to sell them at my local grocery store, and then all of a sudden they just stopped, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it's not a terrible. I mean, 40 seems like a lot, but it's not crazy for the price, especially given, or 60, whatever you said it was.
Yeah, but for like $5 to $6 a bag, not that bad.
Yeah. The only problem that I would see is I don't know if I would have the self-control to not eat them all if I bought a box.
That would be the hardest part. It'd be like the Selena Gomez.
Gomez?
Yeah, gourmet. The Selena Gomez Oreos all over again.
Are you sure they don't sell them in town still?
As far as I know, because last time I looked, they said they had them at a CVS, and I went over there and they didn't have them.
Whole Foods is supposed to have it. Whole Foods is supposed to have it.
All right. Well, then we should end this so I can go to Whole Foods.
We're not quite there yet. I'm gonna hold you long until where it's
I'm
time
just
to
kidding.
actually
I'm
end.
just gonna be like, okay, gotta go.
Yeah, right here. Whole Foods, Spudsy hot fries, located in aisle 4.
Oh, Eric, I don't. Now you know I have to go.
You better, you know what? Now that I found them for you, you better bring some, even if it's just some out of a bag. You better bring some to work so I
At
can
least,
also eat
if
them.
I went all the way over there, I'd at least buy you a bag. Um, so I was gonna get. I was gonna backtrack if that's cool. When we were talking about ice cream,
I guess.
huh?
I guess.
Okay, we're talking about ice cream. So based on when we recorded this podcast, it's still kind of near Easter. And every Easter, I make bunny trail ice cream, right? Which is the vanilla ice cream with coconut shreds, Cadbury eggs, and marshmallows. And then I gave you some. You said it was disgusting and you hated it.
No, no. No, no, no. I ate the entire thing incredibly quickly and was like, this is absolutely delicious. And then you said, oh, did you give any to your fiance? And I went, oops.
I wasn't even gonna rat you out about that. That's so funny. But no, I gave you like a container and then you sent me a picture of an empty container with just a spoon in it and you're like, I might have eaten it all.
I might have eaten it all.
Your request was next year you would want Andy's mint chocolates. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because it would be fantastic.
in there as well. I pitched that idea to Trey. Obviously, I'll just make you 2 different batches because if I'm making enough for Trey and enough for you and your fiance, I would be making 2 batches anyway. So
Since you have to make sure I have enough that I don't eat it
yeah,
all myself
I
accidentally.
have to make sure you have enough that you share at least a spoonful.
And the
with
worst
her.
part is she listens to this podcast, so I kind of outed it to her.
Yeah,
too.
I wasn't even gonna out you on that. I was gonna let it go. I was just gonna mention I gave you some. And you'd be like, oh, she only gave me a little bit, like a little tiny container.
Like one bite.
Yeah, that was it. It's like one of those like dressing containers. You know what I mean? That you put your dressing in for your lunch. It's just so tiny. Like I brought you ice
It's a
cream.
little travel container for shampoo.
I'm like, I brought you some ice cream. I pitched that idea to Trey though, and he was like, "Ooh, I don't know. The chocolate mint and the coconut and the other chocolate, he's not sure." So he
Mint
said,
goes with chocolate and coconut all the time.
"No, I think it was just because it was like a lot of chocolate, because there's the Cadbury eggs, and then and I should say these are like the solid ones, the solid Cadbury eggs, not the ones with the caramel inside." So I'm gonna make 2 batches next year, and then Trey's gonna try with the mint and see if he likes it or not.
I bet it'll be fantastic.
And then I was like, and then if he likes it, I was like, oh, then we'll just send Eric a picture and be like, oops, we ate it all.
If you know what, if you do that, that would be why we're not really friends.